Now look at the syllogisms. The first one is all dogs are animals, all animals are dogs. Now here we can see that there are only two propositions, one premise and one conclusion, but we know that in syllogism the definition says that the conclusion is drawn from two premises taken jointly. So this syllogism cannot be valid. This syllogism is invalid because there is only one premise instead of two. Okay. Now the second one. The earth revolves around the sun, the moon revolves around the earth, therefore the moon revolves around the sun. Now first of all we have to take it in a syllogistic form. So first of all we have to find out the conclusion so that we can find out the minor term and the major term. So with the help of these words we can find the conclusion. So after this word the conclusion comes. The moon revolves around the sun and it is not in a logical form. That's why we have written in this way, the moon is one which revolves around the sun. Now this is the copula and this is the subject of the conclusion, which is the minor term, and this is the predicate of the conclusion, which is the major term. So with the help of this we can find the second line. The moon is the minor term, so it should be there in the second line, that is this one. The moon revolves around the earth. So this is also again not in the logical form. So I have written in this way, the moon is one which revolves around the earth, and the sentence left, the earth revolves around the sun, will be the major term. So I have written in this way, as it is not in a logical form again, the earth is one which revolves around the sun. Okay. Now the structure is ready. Now what we have to do, we have to see whether there are, first of all, there are three terms or not. So let us see. The earth, and three terms should be used twice. The earth, it is nowhere found in this syllogism anymore. So this is the number one term. The moon, which is used twice, you can see. So this is the second term. One which revolves around the sun, one which revolves around the sun. This is the third one. And one more left, one which revolves around the earth. So this is the fourth one. But we know that in syllogism there must be three and only three terms. But here in this syllogism we have got four terms. Second and third one is used twice, but the first one and fourth one, these are the two different terms. So here are four terms instead of three. So this argument is fallacious, and the name of the fallacy is fallacy of four terms. Okay. Now the next one. John may pass the examination because he is intelligent boy, and only the intelligent boy can pass the exam. Now this is not in a syllogistic form, so we have to write the syllogistic form of the argument. So first of all let us find out the conclusion. See, this word will help us to find out the conclusion, because this word says us that this is the conclusion, and as this is the conclusion, so these are the reasonings. So this is the conclusion, John may pass the examination, and it is not in a logical form, so we will write in this way, John is one who may pass the exam. Okay. Now this is the minor term, and we have to find the minor term to find the minor premise. Now John, where it is written again, it is not written but it is written he, as it is the paragraph, so we can very well understand that he is John. So he is intelligent boy means John is intelligent boy. And the one left, this is one exclusive proposition with only. So we have to write in this way, the intelligent boys can pass the exam means all who can pass the exam are intelligent boys. Okay. Now the structure is ready. Now first of all we have to find how many terms are there. See, we have seen John, this is the first one which is used twice. Intelligent boy, this is the second one which is used twice. Who can pass the exam, one who can or may pass the exam, this seems to be same, and this is the third one, and there is no fourth term. So this argument is not fallacious for fallacy of four terms. So we have to find, we have to now see whether the second or the next rule is followed or not. The next rule is about the middle term, that the middle term should be distributed at least once. Now we have to find out which one is the middle term. The middle term is one which is present in both the premises but not in the conclusion. If we can see John is present in the conclusion, who may pass the exam is present in the conclusion. So intelligent boy is the middle term. Okay. Now we have to see whether this is distributed at least once or not. So for this, we have to find the mood of the syllogism. This starts with all, and this is a positive one. So this is a proposition. This is singular proposition, definite term, positive. So this is again a proposition. And this is singular term again, definite and positive. So this is also a proposition. So we know that a proposition distributes its subject and not the predicate. Again, this one is a proposition. It distributes its subject and not the predicate. Okay. So we can see that the middle term, which should be distributed at least once, but we can see here that it is not distributed. It is not distributed in both the premises. So this commits a fallacy, and the name of the fallacy is fallacy of undistributed middle, as the middle term is not distributed at least once. Okay. Next one. He is not superstitious because uneducated are superstitious and he is not uneducated. So the syllogistic form of the argument. So this word will help us to find out the conclusion. So this is the conclusion. He is not superstitious. Okay. Now this is the minor term. So this minor term should be there in the minor premise. He is not uneducated. So I have written he is not uneducated. And because uneducated are superstitious, so all uneducated are superstitious. Now how many terms are there? 1, 2, uneducated, and superstitious, 3. So 3 terms are there, not 4. So coming on to the second rule, the middle term. Middle term which is not in the conclusion. Which one? Uneducated is not there in the conclusion, we can see. And it is present in both the premises. So we have to see whether it is distributed at least once. Okay. So for this we have to find out the mood. This is a proposition. This is definite singular term but negative. So this is E proposition. This is definite singular term but negative. So this is again E proposition. So A proposition distributes subject and not the predicate. E proposition distributes both. This is also E proposition which distributes both. Okay. Now middle term not only distributed once but it is distributed twice. So we don't have any problem with the fallacy of undistributed middle. So we have to move towards the next rule. The next rule is that any term which is there in the conclusion cannot be distributed unless it is distributed in the premises. If so, then if it happens with the minor term, then it will be illicit minor, and if it happens with major term, then it will be illicit major. So we can see he, minor term, is distributed in the conclusion as well as in the premise. But superstitious is distributed in the conclusion but not distributed in the premise. But we know the rule that if it is to be distributed in the conclusion, it should be distributed in the premise. But it doesn't happen with this major term. So this commits the fallacy, and the fallacy is fallacy of illicit major. Okay. Now the next one. Plato was the teacher of Aristotle. Socrates was the teacher of Plato. Therefore, Socrates was the teacher of Aristotle. Now, this therefore shows us that this is the conclusion. But it was in the past tense. All the sentences are in the past tense. But we know in logical form, all the sentences should be in present tense. So, I have written the conclusion here. Socrates is the teacher of Aristotle. Okay, it was, but we have to write is, because all the this is the rule of the logical sentences, that it should be in the present tense. So Socrates is the teacher of Aristotle. Now Socrates is the minor term, so it should be there in the minor premise. Which one is that? Socrates is the teacher of Plato. Okay, and the sentence left, Plato is the teacher of Aristotle. Now we have to find out how many terms are there. Socrates is first term. Teacher of Aristotle is used twice. The second term, this is Plato, but this is the teacher of Plato. Plato, Socrates, teacher of Aristotle, and teacher of Plato. So how many terms? 4 terms. So we don't have to go to the next rule, because in the first rule we have seen that this argument doesn't follow the first rule even. So this is the fallacy, and this is the fallacy of 4 terms. Okay. Next one. Wine is produced only in warm countries. Since Spain is a warm country, so wine is produced here. So is there. This is the word which shows us the conclusion. Wine is produced here. Here means where? Spain is a warm country. Wine is produced here means wine is produced in Spain. So wine is produced in Spain. This is the syllogistic form of the argument. Wine is produced in Spain. So this is the minor term. Where is wine again? Wine is produced only in warm countries, but this is not an exclusive proposition. So wine is produced only in warm countries, wine is produced in warm countries. And the one left, Spain is a warm country, so I have written here Spain is a warm country. Now how many terms? Spain, wine, warm country, produced in Spain, produced in warm countries. So more than 3 terms. So again it will be fallacy of 4 terms. And the last one. Okay. Therefore, I am a man, he is not what I am, therefore he is not man. So he is not man is the conclusion. He is the minor term. So he is not what I am. He is not I. Actually what I means what I. He is not I. And I am a man. This one is left. I am a man. Okay. So he is the first one, first term. I is the second term and man is the third term. So 3 terms are there. So it doesn't commit the fallacy of 4 terms. Now this next rule, that is the middle term. So which one is the middle term? He is present, man is present in the conclusion. So I is the middle term. Okay. Now these are all singular propositions and these are all positive. So all are A propositions. A proposition distributes subject, not predicate. Distribute subject, not predicate. Distribute subject, not predicate. Okay. So middle term is I and it is distributed once. We know that it should be distributed at least once and it is distributed once. You can see I is the middle term and it is distributed once. So this rule followed. Now coming on to next rule. In the conclusion, if any term is distributed, it should be distributed in the premise. He is distributed and it is distributed in the premise also. Man is not distributed, so we don't have any problem with this term. So this rule is also followed. Now we know that if any one of the proposition is negative, conclusion must be negative, but here no proposition or premises are negative. And we know that from 2 negative premises no conclusion can be drawn. So here we can find that there are no negative premises. So all the rules are followed. As all the rules are followed, so we have to find out now the figure. Because we know that all the rules are followed, that means it is valid. But what will be the name of the valid mood? So this is SP, that's it in the conclusion. So this is S and this is P and this is the middle term. So if I write in this way, first line is MP, second line is SM, third line is SP. So this is the first figure, and in first figure the mood is AAA. So the name of the valid mood is Barbara. Okay.